Welcome to the Automotive Blockchain channel, everyone. Hey, I just wanted to say welcome into the month of April. Thank you all of those of you who have subscribed to the channel, who are loyal listeners to the channel, and to those of you who also have commented along the way, whether negative or positive comments. I always do appreciate them. Thank you very much for those. And for those of you that are new to the channel, come on now, get on the bus. There's always plenty of room here, so let's go ahead and get this thing started. Today, we are going to be talking about VeChain. Now, back in September of 2020, or I believe it was around September 23rd, I did a video, this one here, that covered 3 reasons why I HODL Vechain, and I went in there and I discussed some of those reasons of why I choose to do that. Please go back and check that video out. This is going to kind of be a continuation of that video and providing other reasons why I continue to invest into VeChain and hold on to it. Now, that being said, this is not financial advice. Please, by all sakes, do your own research. I am not a financial advisor of any sort. This is not to be considered as financial advice. You know the drill. Do your research. Do your research. Alrighty. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention that is, what has VeChain been up to? Where is it at now? At the point in time, and that was September 23rd when I was looking at VeChain back then. And if we go over here to coin market cap, we can see right now VeChain is sitting at 0.11, basically 11.5 cents. 11.5 cents on its way to 12. I personally think that sitting at 11 cents, it is going to go up a lot from here. This is the point where it pushes through this threshold and starts to make a lot of changes. So this is the point of change for VeChain. We'll find out if it pushes over the 12-cent mark. Once again, my personal opinion. But that being said, back on September 23rd of 2020, if we go over here, let's just kind of funnel over to the 23rd. It was sitting at right about a penny. Okay, so it was 0.01186. So literally, it basically went up about 10 times since the last time that I did a video on VeChain. All right, so I had a bag of VeChain then. I continued to invest, and as you can see along the way, for those of you that were interested in VeChain at that point in time and maybe did go ahead and acquire a bag, 2 or 3, or as I like to do, is just kind of do some dollar cost averaging along the way. Hey, you know what? You're sitting here right now, and we're sitting over here at 11 cents. I'm definitely very happy about that. So what has VeChain been up to? Let's get into that. Now, before I do that, I did want to kind of, just for those people who are new and maybe just joined the video for the first time and you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, what's VeChain? VeChain has a number of different solutions, and we'll go over those while we look at articles. But just as a quick scan down, I want you to think about everything you've heard in the news over the past, let's say, like 24 months. No, realistically, 12 months. During the time that this whole world has been changing over the past year, what has been going on? You've heard of things about carbon emissions. You've heard things about how food is going to be affected. You've heard things about the automotive industry, retail industry. All of those sorts of things have been going on. As you see here on the screen, what has VeChain been up to? VeChain is clearly showing that it has solutions in carbon ecosystems, consumer confidence index, automobile, retail, logistics, going down to agriculture. All right. And in a few minutes, I'll show you just some of the partners that VeChain has. And this is reasons why I am continuing to dollar cost average in with VeChain, and I will continue to do that into the unforeseeable future. Oh, and if you're wondering, what is dollar cost averaging? Okay, dollar cost averaging is basically, let me just put it in the simplest terms. You take a little bit of your paycheck and you go ahead and you say, look, I have about 5, 10, 15, 20, 100, $500, whatever it is, whatever your paycheck allows you. And then you go ahead and you take a little bit of that and you acquire some type of, in this case, VeChain or some other currency or whatever it is. So you dollar cost average in, and that's regardless of the price. So you may buy low, and you may buy when its price is up higher, and you may buy when the price is a little bit lower. But you're dollar cost averaging in. My personal things that I said to myself is I said, I think VeChain is is not valued very high for what it brings to the real world market, its real world utility. So as a result, I will be doing this well on up to $1, probably past $1. And again, do your own research, figure out what you want to do. This is not financial advice on how you should conduct yourself, but that's what I plan on doing. All right, now, VeChain, what are they doing over on the market? So I found this article over here. It came out on March 22nd, and it's VeChain is the blockchain investment for the next decade. All right. Now, that being said, we look over here and I like this article, especially from a layman's perspective. For those of you who are trying to figure out what VeChain really is, it kind of breaks it down pretty nicely. And really quick, so what VeChain is and who it is for. And this particular author from that put this article in Seeking Alpha said, VET, that's the token name, the kind of the ticker symbol, VET operates as an asset tied to the VeChain blockchain. But unlike Bitcoin, I know Bitcoin's in the news, it's everywhere, I get it. But unlike Bitcoin, it's not a currency, okay? Unlike Ethereum, it's not a way to gas blockchain usage. I won't get into that, but you guys can look at what gas is, okay? Instead, VeChain, VET, is value creating token. I got my phone buzzing away over here. Apologize about that. Every VET creates an offshoot coin called THOR or VeTho, which operates a bit like a dividend. The more VET you have, the more THOR you are given. Same wallet. And there are node bonuses along the way to incentivizing and holding and accumulating. Now that's obviously if you're in the VET infrastructure. If you have it sitting on a hard wallet somewhere, well, different story. But to put it all in a nutshell, and please, for those people who are veteran investors and stuff like that, don't drill me on this, okay? I'm trying to put it as simple as possible for people who are just trying to figure it out. It's kind of like a BOGO event. You buy one, you get one, okay? That's kind of the way that you can put it. In the most simplest kind of ways that you could understand and go, oh, okay, so it's kind of like buy one, get one. Yeah, kind of like that, all right? Within that infrastructure. So moving on from there. Now, the article goes on to talk about a few other things, all right? It says what people are using it for. That's the core of VeChain's business. The blockchain is used as a tracker, mostly in supply chain logistics and mostly for their customers, aka, as it says right there, or as it reads, large corporations. This is where VeChain takes turn away from what's new and hot in the cryptocurrency right now. Repeat, this is not DeFi. It is or a chain for minting NFTs. Now, VeChain has come out and said, hey, we'd love to be able to have people who are looking into NFTs and then utilize the blockchain VeTho in order to start using NFTs or creating NFTs or storing NFTs on the blockchain there. So that's something that it can do, and it does all those things. So what about the customers, okay? And I'm going to show you this image here in just a second. So if you're looking at this image on the screen, you can see a whole bunch of customers, all right? And this is just some of them. But you can see very quickly here, who are you seeing? Now, wherever you're at in the world, whether you're in Japan, whether you're in China, whether you're in the European Union, over there in England, and yes, I purposely said them for separation purposes because, well, anyway. Whether you're in the United States, South America, no matter where you're at, look at the companies that are on this. This is reasons why billion-dollar companies are investing into this entity. All right. Now think about it. Look at the screen. You see Docomo. That's over there in Japan. You see, over here you see BMW. You see Renault. You also will see companies like universities that are out there, such as Dartmouth University here in the United States, Michigan State University here in the United States. Going across the water in China, you have Walmart. That is also utilizing them. You also have AWS for Amazon Web Services. All sorts of companies are invested in, or should say not invested, are utilizing the VeChain blockchain. But look here at this inner circle. I want you to focus closely on the inner circle. What do you see? You start seeing a lot of money in Price Waterhouse Coopers, okay? You start seeing a lot of money right there in the inner circle. I'm just saying, keep that in mind. Follow where the money goes. Finbushi Capital, follow where the money goes. There are a lot of entities out there, not just financial institutions, but also institutions from all around, all industries, all spectrums that are utilizing this. I first got introduced to them overall by looking at an article that I did with respects to BMW and VeChain and how the BMW is utilizing VeChain, the VeChain solutions for tracking and sourcing, etc. So that being said, let's move on to the next article, okay? This is why billion-dollar companies are building on VeChain by Ronaldo Marquez, and this is by on Bybit, all right? Newsbtc.com. So I'll scroll down a little bit, and you can see here real quick, all right? So The VeChain blockchain is already looking like the #1 choice for business building real-world products. VeChain has consistently managed to solve mass adoption hurdles, such as preventing unstable transaction fees with its VET and VETHA. Remember, that's VeChain and VeChain THOR. Two-token model, the BOGO. Okay, I'm just saying that. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to overstate, or I don't want to kind of lead you the wrong way. If you do go into a certain exchange and then buy VET and think that you're going to get VETHO for it, it ain't happening that way. You got to have it staked or placed in the right place within the VeChain infrastructure, etc. So don't think too much of a buy one, get one. But that kind of gives you an idea. If you were investing properly, you would be able to go down that path. All right. So that being said, going on to the next level. So this is going on by a person by the name of Fu. And who's Fu? Just so you get an idea, it's Jackson Fu, which I kind of like that name. That's pretty cool. All right. Jackson Fu believes that blockchain as a service, that's BaaS. And I kind of thought about something when I was reading this earlier. I said, you also have a blockchain that's BS. So you got to keep that in mind. You're always looking for blockchain that has a real world utility and not blockchain that is BS. So BaaS platform offered by VeChain to its customers. Toolchain, which is part of the blockchain infrastructure or the VeChain infrastructure, allows the big corporations and people to build and deploy high customizable solutions. In addition, VeChain has deployed new protocols that reduce problems suffered by other blockchains. For example, fee delegation. And it goes on a little bit more into that. I just want to talk about the different sectors that implement it. So some of the partners VeChain has been able to secure include that formed with Foodgates, ASI, DNV for international food and beverages trade platform. Sam's Club, as I mentioned before, Walmart China for food traceability platform, and a whole bunch of other companies. Notice here it says Giant Bear to manage. So Bear as in the pharmaceutical industry. It is all over the place, folks. So that is this article. Let's move on to the next one. And that is one of the, just another additional reason of why, and this just came out recently, of why I am choosing to hold on to VeChain, and I'm going to hold it for a long time. And that is of this article right here, which is Ubiquity VeChain. Ubiquity and VeChain. This comes from Crypto Ninjas. Ubiquity and enterprise blockchain secured platform for real estate. Ubiquity is a blockchain a secured platform for real estate and title record keeping. So for those of you that are looking into the real estate market, I understand this is the Automotive Blockchain channel. I'm just saying, when you're thinking about doing, this is what I was thinking. When I was thinking about investing, I'm thinking, okay, I want a company that has real world utility. And VeChain seems to be that way. And I'm using it seems in kind of air quotes because I'm kind of stating the obvious here. They're in real estate as well. So this is just one of those additional reasons. I'm not going to read this entire article, obviously, but I'm showing you that as the real estate market begins to turn around and as the automotive industry continues to grow, you're going to find VeChain there. So when you think real estate, think of infrastructure. In how the infrastructure will be changing. And when you're looking at the title and the record keeping side of things and how it will be changing hands, more international companies will be buying a lot more things in the United States, in my opinion, as well as some American influences over in other countries. So real estate in the blockchain is going to be a very, very important thing. Now, how does that apply? Do not forget, automotive dealerships, especially the franchises, okay? They own real estate, okay? They may have the land or the real estate, and they have a franchise. So some of this will be playing as a role for them as well, all right? Just saying that. And that's not just going to be the manufacturer franchises, the tier 3s. It could also mean for these independent retail facilities that are selling the pre-owned vehicles out there as well, which there are, especially in the United States, a lot more pre-owned companies, pre-owned dealerships out there than there are manufacturers, the franchises out there, the tier 3 entities. So just keep that in mind, that this is going to be affecting the entire infrastructure when they start talking about real estate. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that Ubiquity maybe supports the automotive industry. I'm just saying keep this in mind as a whole. All right. So that is what I have for today. Let me know what you think of the video. Go ahead, hit like, subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends, your family, and don't even, matter of fact, tell you even your pets. Your pet may even want to watch this. All right. So I'll catch up with y'all a little later.